Good morning, good afternoon, good evening from wherever you are in the world. My name is Sean Hewitt and I am the Director of the Trusted Business Community Association. This is the marketplace and this is the place where selling is the name of the game. Today we've got a number of professionals in the room from around the world, and they're all going to be talking to you guys about what their latest offer is, what their latest deal is, and maybe a little bit about themselves and what they bring to the market for you guys to obviously interact. Now, of course, you will need to know how to get hold of them, and they will tell you that, because obviously there will be no chat when it goes up on YouTube. And so those on the call will tell you whether you can find them within their 5 minutes of fame slot that they're going to have today. So that in itself is how it's going to be running. So listen out to it for those listening in, listen out to everybody, listen out what they've got to offer. And if one of them or a few of them really spark an interest, do reach out to them where they hang out. They might tell you they hang out on LinkedIn. They might give you their WhatsApp number. They may give you their website, whatever it may be. But the thing is to remember is to go find them, go search for them and get in contact with them after this meeting is finished. So just to let you know, there is a special prize for those on the call today. Yes, there is a special prize. Mark Burns, as the guy who sponsors this meeting, is put a little prize up. And basically, anyone, in 48 hours' time, a draw will be done. And within that draw, one of you lucky people on this call is going to get the opportunity of something for free. Yes, he's going to give you something. And what he's going to do, he's either going to give you a landing page, if that's what you want. He might give you a very super duper brand new all singing and dancing logo, and or he'll do something else for you that will be something digital from the digital world. So whatever it is, you can have a conversation. If you're the lucky winner, and your name comes out of the hat, then of course Mark will reach out to you, let you know that you're the lucky winner, and then ask you what you want from him. And he'll give you a list of all the things that he can do for you completely free. So thanks to Mark Burns from MAB, the MAB group, who is obviously our sponsor of this event, and he will be getting in contact with one of you lucky people on this call today to let you know you're a winner. There you go. Right, so without further ado, we are going to I'm going to add to the spotlight and bring the very first person up who's going to be talking to you about what they do. 5 minutes of fame for the main man himself, and that is Mr. Ian Reid. Ian Reid, over to you, sir.
Oh, hi folks. Great to be here again. For those of you who don't know me, I basically help lots of people save money. So you'll be hearing lots of people that have got different offers and things. Most of those offers will probably cost money for people, so I can help you save it so you can go and trade with them. How good's that? I work all across, mostly within the UK, but we've got a few services that we're going to be working fairly soon that are going to be more international. But the offer today that I was going to talk to you about is something that I deal with quite a lot, is utilities for people's homes across the UK. And we're able to save people around about £500 annually without even looking to see what they're paying just now. So you get a £500 saving before we even start. So that's what we can offer. But what we also have as a sort of kind of addition to that is you can get half of your energy bill paid in the month of August if you speak to me during the month of July. So obviously I realise we've got people across different parts of the world in the call, so maybe the UK is not obviously the area you're in, but we've got a great referral scheme. So if you refer anybody over to me, then you can benefit that way as well. So if you know anybody in the UK that might need to save a bit of money, pass them my way and you'll get some money back in your pocket as well. And with that, it's back to you, Sean. Oh, I better give you details how you get in contact with me, shouldn't I?
That would help.
It would, yeah. I forgot about that. Yeah, we're recording this. You thought I'd know how this works by now, wouldn't you? So my business name is Cost Saving City. So we're on LinkedIn, we're on Facebook. You can also just get me on LinkedIn and Facebook under my name, Ian Reid. And you can also get me on my email address, ian.reid@costsavingcity.com. Or phone if you're in the UK, which is 0333 888 0568.
Thank you very much.
I hope that covers everything. We can also accept smoke signals as a messaging type as well. Okay, thank you.
Brilliant. Thank you very much for that, Ian. Next up, we have the wonderful Cornelia Stark from Elevated Minds. Just get rid of. Let's just get rid of Ian off the spotlight for the moment. Sorry, mate. Removing you now. Look, there you go. You've had your bit. Right. Okay, Ian. Ian, thanks for that. Great offers there. So if you do know anybody who is looking at cost-saving solutions in here in the UK, and you may be abroad, don't forget to reach out to him because there's a great referral scheme. Even if you're further away, there's a great referral scheme if you know anybody. Cornelia, over to you. Your 5 minutes of fame starts now.
Thank you very much. My company is called Elevated Minds Transform to Perform Limited. I teach people how to lead themselves and relate better to others. And that covers self-awareness and behavior patterns, emotional regulation and confidence, boundaries and personal responsibility, intimate and professional relationships, communication and emotional intelligence, and leadership and team dynamics. So I basically identify the hidden patterns of certain behaviors and why we always attract the same old, although we don't want to. So I offer individual mentoring in self-leadership and relationships. And I also write CPD accredited courses. And at the moment, there is one going, and that's called Conscious Leadership, creating high performance teams with emotional intelligence and what it actually means. I am a believer, firm believer, that high performance teams are the subject and not the object of the sentence. And I lead myself. So, and I am by myself. So there is only me, myself, and I. And to lead those three can be quite challenging at times. So you do need a lot of emotional intelligence. And with emotional intelligence, also, you relate well to others. Many people believe that emotional intelligence is something weepy and holding hands and crying and tears, and that is just simply not true. In actual fact, emotional intelligence, I call it the modern philosophy of Stoicism. And so I lead others to being self-aware, and I absolutely love it, adore it. And at the moment, I am looking for leaders who say, I have this problem with my team, and I cannot figure out what it is. Could you please come in and see for yourself and help me to identify the pattern, what is underneath this all? And this is basically what I do, because I have experience of over 30 years of that, and not just professionally, but also in personal relationships. And I say leadership applies to work, private, parenting. Those are the three main areas I address. And there should not be any difference in how you lead as a leader in your profession compared to leading yourself in your personal life. There should be integrity and congruence. And this is what I basically do. Thank you very much.
Excellent. Would you like to tell everybody listening in how they can get hold of you and where you hang out, Cornelia?
Just a minor point. Thank you very much. I'm. You can find me on LinkedIn under Cornelia Stark. Also, I have a website, www.elevated-minds.co.uk, and there you can contact me via email as well. But I think the best approach would be LinkedIn, Cornelia Stark.
Thank you very much for that,
Thank you.
Cornelia. Fabulous. Thank you very much. And lovely to see you here. And obviously the support that you're giving to not just business professionals, but from private individuals and parents.
Yeah,
Three very key areas of life as we go through life.
that's right.
Yeah, fabulous. I'm bringing to the spotlight Mr. Bill Christie, and we're going to say goodbye to Cornelia. Bye-bye, Cornelia. Thank you for being in the spotlight for a little while there. And I'll just remove you. So over to you, Bill Christie, your business and commercial finance facilitator, CER Business Finance Limited.
Yes, that's what it says on the box. And how do you contact me? Well, I've got a QR code, and don't make the mistake that I made some years ago. I was recording an interview with a radio, and they said to me, "How do we contact you, Bill?" And I said, "Bill, they can just scan my QR code." Of course, they were on Zoom, and yes, and I said, "I think we better cut that bit out of the recording," which they did. It's a great way to help people because they can find out more about you. Yes, your business and commercial finance facilitator. I'm not a broker. Commercial brokers are very much hunters. I'm a farmer. I like to build up relationships, trust and relationships with businesses. Because when we're on a Zoom call or a meeting or networking, it's not necessarily the person in front of you that I'm going to use the word selling to you. You want them to understand what you do because they've got friends, they've got business contacts. And if I can help some of their contacts, it could be a financial situation, it could be a structural thing about their business. If that gets fixed, that could help the person that I'm speaking to. So they've got to think outside the box. And I had a career a long time ago in high street banking. I'm based in Scotland. I had 7 years in London a long time ago. After the high street bank, 25 years, I was headhunted to a merchant bank, now no more. Because after 7 successful years being the group development manager, in came a chairman to the PLC that owned the company. And this wasn't their forte. So he decided to sell off all the companies. And that's when I decided, well, I don't want to go back into high street banking. I've learned a lot. I know a lot. I've got experience. Who can I share this with? It hasn't been easy, but it's important. And as I said on the screen here, to discuss with your clients what they want, because that might not be what they need. And the time upon time I have found this out, whether it be a startup business, a structure, you'd be amazed that the structures are wrong. First of all, they haven't done the right work. They haven't got an accountant. Now, I'm not an accountant or a lawyer, but I know what's required and who they need to speak to, hence the word facilitate. And that is also important. And when looking for funding for clients, it's dealing with a high street bank in the UK, you're wasting your time. So you have to, or I have to ask lots and lots of questions to make sure that when I present a case to a lender, and although in the UK we've got government schemes, but the bank interpret them all different ways. So it's knowing where to go, who to go to, and that's important. And yes, I get referrals in that from Zoom, from people who have been on Zoom elsewhere. There was one recently, a lady who had a particular product, but part of it was required to be, an addition had to be manufactured abroad, but she was based in Swindon, and when she went to other people, so that she wanted to market in Australia and in America, but the lines of communication between everybody was such. She wanted 120k to buy stuff in bulk. So we had a long conversation. Unfortunately, my Zoom link went halfway through it, but I was taking notes. So I sent her a note of about 9 or 10 different pointers. And she came back and I said, look, this is not going to work. And she came back, thank you so much for your honesty and advice. I'm truly grateful. It is really hard when you are so emotionally connected with a project to see things objectively. But I'm not ready to call it a day yet, which is great. As you suggest, I will concentrate on doing things here in the UK. and maybe find a tool supplier who will take on my product. So yeah, now she wasn't a client. I didn't charge you for that, but I think this is what we do, because if we can help people, they will come back to us. So whether it's a startup business, whether it's buying property, not domestic property, commercial property, the ways to do it, the funding, can you afford to do it? Yes, I'll ask questions. I'm not fighting to say, no, you need to do that, you need to do this, and come back again. Or you need to have a different type of accountant. So if you want to speak to me, again, scan my QR code, because business is the same throughout the whole world. And perhaps I can help you. Thank you very much for listening.
That's great, Bill. And I've noted a message to me from Ro that before you actually got up on into the spotlight, saying, "Do you know anybody who could help me out with some lending?" And Ro's on the call today, Ro Lopez. So what we're going to do is we're going to put, when we do break off and finish this spotlight moment, I'm going to make sure that Ian puts you and Ro in a breakout room together so you can have a further conversation. There you go. So that will solve another opportunity for both Ro and yourself to obviously have a further conversation about what the needs are that he's looking for. Thank you very much for that, my friend. And the next person coming to the spotlight is my main man from America, Joe Nasasio. Joe, lovely to have you with us, mate. Always a pleasure to see you, my friend. And it's second time in 2 days, which is wonderful. Lovely to have you here with us. Joe, over to you. Tell us all about yourself, and if you've got a latest business offer up your sleeve, let us know what it is.
Sure. I'm Joe Nicasio, and for more than 27 years, I've been helping entrepreneurs turn their expertise into income. What I've discovered is most business owners don't have a talent problem. They have a clarity problem, their message isn't clear, or they have a visibility problem or a sales problem. Oftentimes, people don't understand your value. If you give your elevator pitch and people don't understand, the confused mind buys nothing. But there is a flip side to that. If the promise is clear, people will pay the price. The second problem is, we put out content and marketing every day and people don't respond to it. So you feel invisible. And I want to give you a little secret. You don't want to just have content. You want to create curiosity content. And you want to build a bridge from your content to the various next steps, so that you don't want to stay on social media. You want to use social media as a place to start and migrate them into your world offline. And the third problem is maybe you're unintentionally making it too difficult for people to buy from you. I think everybody in this room can remember a time when you were sitting in front of somebody that you knew in your heart of hearts that you could totally help them, and yet they still didn't buy. And if you're unintentionally making it difficult for people to buy from you, you're going to lose opportunities. I'm on a mission. I have a very simple mission. I want you to get paid in your business, and I want you to get paid well. And when you do that, you can build a business that you love and a life you don't want to escape from. If you're great at what you do, but your revenue doesn't consistently reflect it, I'd love to meet you. And in terms of offers, I do have a wonderful 6-month program. It's 6 months. It's 10K one-on-one coaching with a guarantee you will make your money back and double it. If you don't, I'll keep working with you until you do. I have a 5K version as well, but recently I created an apprenticeship program. It's 6 one-on-one sessions for $1,500. It's a great way to get started with me without having the bigger commitment. And one of the things I'm doing right now is every Saturday I have a group coaching program. For the first 3 people that say yes to working with me in any of my programs, you will get lifetime access to my Saturday group. Now, Saturday group is $199 a month. So that's $2,400 a year. Over 10 years, that's a $24,000 bonus. But it's only available to the first 3 people. So, I like to think of myself as the world's best business problem solver. I know a lot of people have spent money on this program, that program, the other program, and they're still struggling in their business. Well, after you're tired of spending money on all the stuff that doesn't work, come to me. We're going to roll up our sleeves, get to work, and solve your business problem once and for all. I will help you clarify your message. I will help you get marketing that generates leads every day and a sales process where you get leads every day and clients every week. And when you have leads every day and clients every week, you have a real business that works. If you want to contact me, you can go to joenicasio.com and you can find me there. And that's my story, and I'm sticking to it.
Brilliant, mate. Absolutely fantastic. And of course, Joe's also, you can find Joe on LinkedIn as well, but obviously joenicasio.com/calendar, and you can book an appointment and find out more of how he can make your business really shine. So thank you so much for that, Joe. Brilliant, mate. I'm just going to bring the next person up is Ro Lopez. Ro, lovely to have you with us, back with us today. I'm just going to remove Joe. Joe, lovely to see you, mate. We'll take you off of the spotlight, and here he is, Ro Lopez. Your 5 minutes of fame starts now, my friend.
Well, thank you very much, Sean. Hello, everybody. The full name is Rogelio Lopez, but I go by Ro to keep it simple. So rolling with Ro over here. I'm in Chicago. And the easy way, and it was good to meet Bill just to get to hear what he does, but he's like my counterpart now in the UK, but I'm over here in the US. That's what I do. I am a banker without a bank, meaning my background is in banking. I was in banking for over 30 years. So now I don't have a bank, but I have the clients that I work with. So if you think of what products I offer, anything that's related to the banking side, I can help a client with and make sure that their finances are in order. In essence, just similar to what Bill mentioned, also, I consider myself like a business doctor. I look at financials and tax returns just like a doctor will look at a chart when a patient is there, but that only tells them a story. It only gives them the height, weight, and the general info about the patient, but not why the patient is there. Similar to me, I look at the financials, the tax returns. It tells me a story about the business, but not really why they may need me or what pain points they may have. So I need to have that conversation with them, understand where they are, where they're heading, what are the pain points, what are the pain points that they can see and feel right away. But in reality, we want to get to the causes and see how we can help them out. And similar, what I do is I'm a general doctor. There's two solutions that I provide, which is one, access to capital and payment processing in the US, Mexico, and Canada. Helping businesses accept credit card payments, online payments, ACH, making it easy and effective for them. And then access to capital. On the capital side, we have lenders both in the US and Mexico and other parts of the world. We do development loan projects as well, commercial real estate, dollar amount. We can go pretty big. I'll tell you, currently we're working with a client that's looking at a $40 million refinance of a portfolio property. So we're able to do big loans as well as little loans. The other thing is that when I talk to a client, if there's a solution that they need, but I don't offer it, just like a doctor would refer somebody to a foot doctor or a heart specialist or a brain surgeon, that's the same thing. I will refer them to people that I work with, that I vetted, that I know, I like, and I trust, and I'm able to relate with the client on that side. So I do what I'm good at, and I leave the rest to the best. The ways to get a hold of me, you'll see my QR code somewhere around there. I think it's on this side. Access to my information. My name is, you can look me up on LinkedIn as Rogelio Lopez, or if you look up CROC Strategies, it should come up pretty fast. That's about it on my side, Sean. I don't know if there's anything else I missed, but looking forward to connecting with folks throughout.
Thank you very much, mate. Lovely to have you here as well, Ro. As always, a pleasure to see you around us, my friend. And certainly, if anyone's looking to reach out and find out, I've had a great one-to-one. I know the feedback from others, like Ian, has had a great one-to-one with you as well. Real good guy, real top connector. So anybody listening in on YouTube or seeing this on LinkedIn or Facebook, wherever it's being obviously marketed, reach out to Ro, have a conversation with him. He's probably got someone he knows that may well need you to be connected to. So that's a real good place to start the conversation. Thank you very much for that. Next up, we have the Wizard of Pos, Yes, it's Richard Holter. Lovely to see you. I'm going to say goodbye to Ro from the Spotlight. See you soon, my friend. And welcome Richard Holter, the Wizard of Poz. Over to you, my friend.
Thank you. Just to let you know, I was probably one of his first participants from the international side when they started reaching outside of England. Anyway, I'm the president of Global Retail Technology Advisors, and I'm going to give you a major announcement today, something I've been holding off for a long time. I was the chief technology architect for the Association for Retail Technology Standards. And in that work, I worked with over 1,600 subject matter experts and learned all aspects of retail. And I built an application to do that, to help people understand that and run their business. We have now put that application in the AI world. And about 2 weeks ago, we launched our website. It's called shopvisors.ai. And you can start seeing the first product we're going to release in this. But the big thing is that I've created what's called a business execution model. What I do is I can take your strategy, I can help you figure out the people, processes, and information necessary to execute that strategy, and then the business intelligence to make sure that your strategy is working. And the unique part is, because it's in AI, we can do it in real time and we can continually monitor your business. While you're busy running your business, we can monitor, make sure you haven't drifted away from the strategy you've defined. It's called a business execution model, and it's now out there, and it's kind of fun. That's enough. Richard.Halter@Cox.net.
Fantastic, mate. Thank you very much for that, and lovely to have you with us as always, Richard. A firm supporter of what we bring to the table here at the Trusted Business Community Association, and a great guy who supports us throughout many of the different networking meetings that we're on, and always highlights with some really lovely feedback to the world out there on LinkedIn about what we're doing here. So always a pleasure to have you around us, Richard. The man, the Wizard of POS, or better known as the Wizard of POS. Lovely to have you with us, mate. And next up, we coming to our main man over in USA. I call him the main man because he is our USA ambassador. So we're going to say goodbye to Richard Holter from the Spotlight. See you later, mate. And we're going to bring to the fore Jeff Delwich, who is the USA ambassador for the Trusted Business Community Association. Jeff, take it away, mate. 5 minutes of fame is yours.
Sean, I will spare you all. I promise I won't use the full 5, but I will say hello. Great to be here. See some familiar faces, including just from yesterday. I am, as Sean mentioned, the USA ambassador proudly for the Trusted Business Community Association. I am I might hear some feedback. I don't know if anyone else heard that. I think we're good now. But I am I'm a content marketer by nature. It has been kind of an seemingly unending in transition journey when I stumbled upon TTBCA. And I believe we call that happenstance, when you kind of accidentally discover a wonderful opportunity that takes you in directions you never could have imagined. So that's kind of where I'm at here. I don't actually have a pitch or an offer per se. I would encourage all of you to stay connected to TTBCA as you are able. I did drop in the chat links to the LinkedIn company page as well as the LinkedIn group. Feel free to connect with me on LinkedIn. Reach out if you have any specific questions about the organization. But yeah, I guess my pitch is essentially about the awesomeness that is TTBCA and the various benefits that are included with membership and through the networking and whatnot. So I'm just going to give a little pitch, a little shout out to this very organization through which this event is running. So I don't know if that was allowed, but I I made it happen, Sean and Ian. I
Yeah,
went-
that's allowed. That's allowed. Your checks in the post, mate. I'll get it sent over to you. Thanks for all the positive feedback. No, absolutely wonderful. We've got Coach Sid on the call. Coach Sid, are you able to turn your camera on so that we can bring you to the spotlight? Hopefully we can. And I'm just going to ask her to, if I may, ask her to just let us have her on, because I can't bring you up to the spotlight without your camera on. If not, we'll have to bypass and then maybe come back a bit later and start the breakout rooms. But anyway, it's lovely to have you all here. Thank you very much. If Coach Sid's not able to get a camera on just yet, then obviously we'll leave that for now, and we'll maybe come back to it and do a separate recording and tag it on to the end. But for those who are here, thank you so much for obviously giving us a little bit more about yourselves. For the Trusted Business Community Association, let me just bring myself to the fore here so that I can just give you a little bit of an update what we're doing here. Thank you very much, Jeff, for doing your wonderful 5 minutes of fame, or 2.5, 3 minutes of fame. Thank you very much for keeping it nice and short and sweet, but very, very on point. I'm just going to remove you from the spotlight and say, right, so if you're based in America, anywhere across the Atlantic, obviously, whether it's South America, North America, Canada, wherever you are over that side of the world, reach out to Jeff if you want to know more about what we bring, because he is your man on the ground in that area. So he will be able to give you a little bit more information about who we are, what we do. So do reach out to Jeff. You can find him on LinkedIn. I'm Jeff Delwich. You can find him there, and also obviously you can also find more information on our website, which is www.trustedbusinesscommunity.com. So the Trusted Business Community Association has been running now for unbranded for about 24 years, 14 years branded, and we've grown a lot. And of course, things that have happened have given us a much wider audience, things that were probably out of everyone's control. Things like what happened 6 years ago, COVID came along, put everybody online, meant that we could reach a wider audience. Our audience was for global. The world was all of a sudden the size of our computer screen. And what we aim to do is obviously bring you the opportunity to get in front of the right people, the people that you need to speak to. There's people that you want to speak to, but there's also people, a bit like what Bill says, it's not what you want, it's what you need. And it's those that you need to speak to we can help you with. Membership. We have a phenomenal opportunity for anyone at any walk of their business life, whether they just want to network or whether they want to take that extra level of security to them and to others when promoting yourselves by having an accreditation with us, and we will certificate your service standards and your service excellence. But we have to get to know you first. So there's a core reason behind why we want to obviously help you, but we do need to get to know you. There is an onboarding process, and of course that onboarding process will go through the general questions that we'd ask you. However, for those that are wanting to check us out, I'm giving away till the end of August. Yes, a whole month and a half. The end of August, I'm going to give you anyone who wants to check us out and check out all that we do, not just with what goes on behind my head here with the Trusted Business Community Association, but all the other networking groups that we're collaborating with. I want to give you a free guest pass to come and try us out before you decide whether or not we're the right group for you. And the whole opportunity there is to get you in front of more people, more opportunities, and if you feel aligned with us, we'd love to obviously have a further conversation with you about joining. But you'll have it completely free for the next 6 weeks till the end of August. You have got a guest pass. So if anybody wants to get hold of me, you can find me on LinkedIn, Sean Hewitt, Trusted Business Community Association's Director. You can find our LinkedIn page on there. It's the Trusted Business Community Association. Find us we've got our own LinkedIn business page. And of course, you can reach out to me via our website at www.trustedbusinesscommunity.com or email me, Sean@trustedbusinesscommunity.com. Happy to have a conversation with anybody who's interested in wanting to grow their business by getting in front of more of the people they need to be in front of. Thanks for listening. And that comes to the end of our recording. I'm just going to check in with Sid to make sure if she's still about. I don't think she is. No, she's not. So
I think she just logged off or fell off the
no problem at
system.
all. What I'm going to do is I'm going to remove myself from Spotlight. I think you've had enough of me on the big page. What I'm going to do is I'm going to stop the recording. Thank you so much, guys, for sharing what your business is about, what you bring into the marketplace. And now what follows is that this will now appear on our YouTube channel. So those listening in on YouTube, don't forget to like and subscribe, because there's loads of content on there. There's things like the big interview on there where I've interviewed members of our association. There's guest speaker slots that have been interviewed where people have actually had the opportunity to portray themselves as a keynote speaker, as well as the marketplace itself. It's got its own little slot on there. So you guys will be famous very, very soon on YouTube. Looking forward to seeing you again. And with that, I wish everybody who's listening in to this recording a great opportunity for you in the future. Hope you have a great July and August. And if you want to share it with us, don't forget, there's a free guest pass for you.